So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. We've got one of the first awards from an EEOC claim that just came out. Now, the EEOC, for everyone's knowledge, is the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. It's a government organization in charge of making sure that there's equal opportunity in the workplace. And it often deals with race, gender, sex, age, and anything in between. And so we're having one of the first artificial intelligence based claims where iTutor Group has had to pay out pay out $365,000. So to start this up, to start out this discussion, this article comes from Joseph O'Keefe and Dixie Morris, and you can read more about it in the link down below if you'd like. Um, but the lawsuit was centered around the allegations that they were using their recruiting software to reject applicants over a certain age. And I think it's pretty interesting. So, AI tools are gaining traction in various employment related areas. I question whether or not it's actually being used in recruitment and hiring. I recognize that iTutor Group sort of used it. I don't think it, I really don't know exactly what iTutor Group's artificial intelligence was doing. I can imagine. But I don't think you're seeing AI or anywhere close to it in terms of recruitment and hiring. In fact, I would argue that it's just a simple filter. I think that it would. I think that it's pretty easy to have a filter on that could be discriminatory. And I think some of the claims surrounding AI are honestly used to build up the government's justification to get involved in AI, right? Because there's been some recent rulings that have come down that have, made sure that you're not using AI when you're making employment decisions. The thing is, the important thing to understand that whether it's AI or literally anything else, you still can't discriminate based on all the protected characteristics, protected classes, and so it really doesn't matter if it's AI or if it's a person sitting at the desk. You still can't do it, and it's detrimental to your organization. And as a result, it's sort of weird that the federal government came down on this because it's always been illegal. It's always been against EEOC, and so it's sort of crazy. I think I saw the Biden administration stepping in the waters there, and I'm not sure it's necessary. It's always been illegal. It's always been discouraged, but the EEOC Inc.'s first ever AI based, and it's again a hiring lawsuit. What happened is that the AI intentionally discriminated against people of a specific age. Now, to be clear here, iTutor Group does operate in the United States, but it's a unit of the Ping An Insurance Group of China. The EEOC alleges that in 2020, they programmed the online recruitment software to screen out women aged 55 or older and men who were 66 or 60 or older. Now, I question whether or not this was AI. For one, I mean, the easiest way to do this, right, would be to simply take the date that the person writes that they graduated high school or the person date that they say they graduated college, make some assumptions. You could even throw in like name-based discrimination, right? So if I don't know if the person's name is Ethel, it might specifically scream them out. I actually don't think it was that smart. I saw a survey that says that 85% of large U.S. employers are using AI in some aspects of employment. If we're calling AI a simple filter of people who didn't graduate college until after a certain date, that's not AI. That's just a filter, and not a very difficult one to set up at all, I imagine. But iTutor Group agreed to pay $365,000 to more than 200 job applicants allegedly passed over because of their age, according to a joint filing made in New York federal court on Wednesday. It will have to be approved by a federal judge, but $200 for what I suppose is probably a part-time job, or sorry, 365,000 to 200 people for what I suppose to be a part-time job. That's a pretty significant chunk of change for something that again has always been illegal. I don't believe that AI will be a force for bad in the future. I think that, frankly, AI will probably be a representative force for diversifying the workforce and creating a gap between people by creating blind applications. But ultimately, whatever we put into AI, we will get out, and that is the key lesson here. Anytime you or use ChatGPT, it has a distinctly singly focused political outlook. And again, anytime you put those things into a specific AI system, you're going to get it out. And frankly, iTutor's program is no different than that. We do have to be wary of making sure that we have unintended consequences. It sounds like this was intended. It sounds like this was intended to screen out specific people, but we can definitely set up AI tools that have unintended consequences, and that's what I'm most concerned about. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.